Either way. I'm in a race against time against my body once again, so let's get going, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, go. Very big race against time against my body right now. today's not a good day. Today is not a good day in the slightest. But yeah, I want to go back to OG 1 and 2. I want to go back to bloody whatchamacallit, 3 and 4, etc. Like, I'm so close to the sub 240 here that I need to get that first. I need to get that first, and then we're good.
Hey, Talk, you read me? You gonna be okay tailing this guy? Or do you need the detective basics manual?
Kaido-san, please. I could tail him in my sleep.
The manual says to keep your eyes open, actually.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, the coil one. My blue mage is unfortunately not leveled up. It's only about level. It's weird. My blue mage is only like level 34. So I can't use the blue mage method. I'll be doing PvP. She's not around there because he can actually turn around. Same with hitting that guy. But yeah, I'll be doing PvP mostly myself. Certainly won't be doing good old Praetorium with its like 3 tombstones a run, which yeah, fucking great. That is some massive levels of sadism to do that. Some absolutely massive levels of sadism, like holy shit.
Now. I just... Man.
Yeah, we'll see what happens today. I'm not tired of this run yet, but fucking hell. But I do want to move on to other Yakuza runs again. It would be nice. I've still got to do some more practice with old LAD, for example.
Oh crap! I don't have it.
Must be my imagination.
So yeah, I need to go back to LAD. I need to do a whole bunch of things. I'm just gonna hold casual. I'm just casually standing here still. Not a care in the world. You know, it's kind of funny in that I felt like the skills for, like, the tailing and stuff were redundant in Judgment 1, but they're, like, massively more redundant in this game, considering there's very, very few, like, actual, like, tailing sections and stuff like that. Should drop down at some point soon, you know? Okay. I think I just leapt in midair. Cool. Dragon engine shenanigans. We didn't actually wait this time. Damn. I wasn't anywhere close, that was bad. One non-blue and it's gone fine. Yeah. I want to level my blue anyway. I wanted to do it a couple of months ago, but I never did. I don't know what. I don't think I did anything instead. But yeah, it's like I just wanna like level it up personally.
In the Dragon Engine, the laws of physics are more like guidelines, really.
Not wrong. Not wrong. Vincent Skill, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. Don't skip that, idiot. every time I do this chapter, I already know better than that, and I just keep messing it up. Also, I still don't know why my chapter 12 loses like 30 seconds. I had a look yesterday, and I still can't figure out the reason why. It must just be fights.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta figure that out. It's like even 2.5 minutes ahead yesterday, we still just massively, majorly fucked up. Even if I hadn't fallen off the building, I don't think it would have been as easy as getting a sub 240 with that. So I need to figure out what makes my chapter 12 so good. He'll turn around at the entrance of the Popo. So yeah, as you can see, he didn't do this yesterday when we were in Yellow Caution. Pretty weird that he has different like methods of movement depending on like how much.
Now,
I don't know if I need the 1 or the 2. I think I need the 1. It's fine like that. Okay. Dear, dear. Yeah, the bullet was pretty bad, although I risked that too much. I know I did.
Know it?
Like I know I risked that. That was pretty stupid on my part, honestly.
Suspicious.
Again, one day I'll remember not to try and skip that. One day that is not today. Ah, this video game. This video game and its action sequences.
Yo, Talk. You hanging in there, buddy?
Kinda hit a wall here.
What's that supposed to mean? You didn't lose the guy, did you?
Look, my hands are tied right now. Everything's under control.
Every time. I don't understand why this bit glitches out for me. It never used to, but now it does. And it's not been patched, so I don't know. These action bits, I don't mind them, but goddamn, they're finicky as anything. I love that you can skip the tutorials in this game. It's so nice. It's so nice.
Better be careful here. I see now.
Not skippable, and you know it. I probably could have run there because I didn't knock over the bosses. Cool. Cool, okay.
Whoa.
He actually saw me again for a second there, that was weird. Hey, trying to run up these stairs. I don't know why it's these stairs, I hate these stairs. Also, Yagami just going to walk every time we get to this bit.
Almost there. That'll do it. Okay, makes sense.
At the very least, we don't have to wait like half a second there for that guy either. We can just go, which is nice.
That's a good boy.
Okay. Alright, see if we can have good fights like yesterday and the day before.
don't say I didn't warn you. Ah!
Good start. Good start. Take that one. Honestly, I should probably just go straight from the EX in this fight. Not ideal because these guys stayed over here. And that. Yeah. That one didn't feel good. That one definitely didn't feel good. Plus, I've used up a lot of my EX for the final fight now, so...
Now you're really asking
it's
for it.
unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
You won't get away.
We should be fine, but that's just... Yeah. It's just a pain. Just a pain. So again, unlike the OG Judgment, you can't avoid crowds of people because of the health mechanic. But the nice thing is you can pre-jack your input for which direction to go. So it's always the same every time as well, which is good. Jumping over guys, there is triangle as it was before. I'm happy those inputs also haven't changed, which is nice. Left and right. If ever you see your target speeding up, like Kosuke is about to do here, that's when they're going to throw something at you. It is always a guarantee that that happens. Always obviously pick the right split path. He's going to speed up, as you can see, which means he's going to throw something, and that's it. Every chase section has a predetermined endpoint. If you don't have your target down to a low enough HP value for that endpoint, you are getting an extra lap. With Kosuke, it doesn't matter because there isn't any objects to kick at him and do damage. But for every chase from now on, you have to be very careful not to mess it up.
Hey.
You can sometimes mess up a tiny bit of movement here and there, but that's about it. You can't miss kicking any objects, for example. Otherwise, you're in big trouble. So... Alright, let's actually speak to Genda Sensei for once.
Sorry.
And then the one and only time we get to leap out of a window. You do it all the time in OG Judgment, but in Lost Judgment speedrun, that's the only time. Second you do the selection, you can carry on. Hey, let's see if I can do a good fight here. I'm a little worried because my EX is a little low. I want to run behind them, actually. Kaito, please don't knock him away. I should aim him first. Okay, never mind. Kaito didn't do anything. Thank you, Kaito. I appreciate that. That wasn't too bad. That definitely wasn't too bad. It was a lot better than I was expecting it to go, pretty much. Okay, so now I need to remember to go and get the shirt from Ebisu now instead of later on. Hey, Kaito. Okay, so there's a couple of pieces of gear that we get in this game because gear wasn't in OG Judgment but is in Lost Judgment. We're going to be grabbing a specific shirt from Ebisu here, which is going to increase our attack by 10%, which we're going to put on later on. Good. We'll get to the door in time. That's my time looking. Time's looking okay.
Yes.
Once again, as soon as you're done with the dialogue option. And avoid DMCA song. Good goal. Cool. Cool, okay. Good. Good start. Good start. Good start. It's always nice to have a good start. Makes you feel good. Alright, so, let's carry on. I kind of want to equip the shirt for this next fight, but... I'll wait until we get the wristbands. Again, you don't have to worry about any fights for this bit. The next bit after this is a area trigger, not a confirmation trigger. So area triggers are you just have to get to the specific area and the next cutscene will start, as you'll see. Confirmation triggers is when you have to like press X to confirm on something. There's not actually a lot of those in Lost Judgment. This is your tutorial for Snake Style. You will probably never see me use this once in the run. It's an okay style, I actually really like it, but it's just really bad in terms of the run. didn't kill you. No, that's why you need the... Hang on. Well, I'm glad he ran back to me at least. That made it so it wasn't too slow. Not the best fight, but it's okay.
Sure.
So there's our wristbands. Those wristbands will give us an extra 3% attack as well. We don't use them very long because 3% ain't that much. But for the start of the game, it's enough. it's enough. We'll be replacing it with something much stronger later on. That's going to give us an extra 20% attack power when in EX mode. So, you know, slightly better. Slightly very better.
Does some...
Slightly exceptionally better. Okay. So, we're gonna go... We've been basically given a task by Sugiura and Tsukumo to start their own detective business here in the Jincho, where there's a local school, where the chairman, aka the principal, is worried about a case of bullying. Spoilers, lots of it, and it's rampant. So, we're gonna go there, and we're gonna go and find if there's any... We're gonna go speak to the chairman first, and then we're gonna go and see if there's actually any bullying. But first, after that, we're gonna go and become Tony Hawk instead. Always a respectable life goal. So, go to leave the office, we get stopped by Sugiura, who gives us a skateboard! So this is going to be our skateboard tutorial. Yeah, it's the skateboard. There's not much to it. We jump over corners so that we stay on the skateboard, rather than get kicked off on the sidewalk. We don't actually get to use the skateboard much in the run, because fast traveling everywhere is just so obscenely good. There's a couple of instances where we will be using the skateboard, which is kind of nice. When you're on the skateboard, enemies can spawn, but they can't get into a fight with you. This is very important. I hit the bollard. Shit. I got too close. So I wanted to jump the corner like that. That's going to cost me a little bit of time. Ouch. Usually I get over here around the 203. Yeah. Alright, so, Nasty Man, this is a nice, easy fight. Here's how we do it. Light, strong charge, or light, strong, and then strong charge. And then EX him. That's how you end that fight. Same way every time. Easy peasy. Don't have to mess around with him that way. Like, you're not going to have enough damage. Even if you were to wear the wristbands, you don't have enough damage to take him out in a single combo. And your first charge attack will always push him back. So, by doing the first strong as a non-charge attack, you won't push him back. And then that way you can just do the EX after at the end. And everything is fine. Oh yeah, I mean, I really like Snake Style. I like Snake Style a lot. It's more of an all-rounder style, whereas everything else is, like, so much better. Like, so much better. So, we're now going to be taxiing to the school, at which point I'm going to be going into my items. I'm going to be putting on the battle innerwear and the wristbands, and then I'm going to level up. Yep. Attack. Yep. Imagine remembering to actually do the attack level up here instead of later on. Christmas miracle, I know. Hey now, it's only just started. Prologue good, chapter 1 bit slow so far. So for this bit here, Kaito is actually going to be your cutscene trigger. So what you want to do is you want to stay relatively close to Kaito to push the door open for him. That way he doesn't get slowed down. And then you just chill with the boy. Oh yeah,
All right,
lockers. Shoe lockers. He's saying coin lockers. Every locker is a coin locker in the Yakuza series. So, thankfully we don't have to wait for Kaito here. We're just going to be going over here. If you're wondering why I'm going in first person, you go upstairs slightly faster in first person. I'm not even kidding, that's the reason. You'll see that again a bit more prominently here. Very visible speed up. We need to plant 2 more cameras, one of which is in the bathroom. Don't question it. We're certified legal practitioners. Definitely not illegal to put cameras in bathrooms. Not, of course, not skip away. You should know. It is like GTA 5, yes. I don't know why. Thankfully, it's only in the walking section, so this bit. For the rest of the game, it's still faster to run on stairs, which is good. It's just for these bits here, where we can't actually, like, do anything. Yeah. Interestingly enough, going downstairs is not faster in first person. Only going upstairs. Physics. I do not understand. But here it is. So we're going to go into class 2-2 and find the bullies that we punched earlier bullying somebody else. It's almost as if bullying is a rampant thing in this school. Right dialogue option, skip an entire dialogue option here. Then we're going to go up to the gym. We can now finally run around the school so we don't have to go in first person anymore. Video games indeed. And then we're going to go up to the roof of the school. Don't skip at that point, idiot. And we'll go back to the classroom because we saw more rampant bullying on the security cameras and I fell down the stairs. I hate trying to take the stairs in this game. You fall down the stairs like that, you lose so much time. It's very easy to do that. Momentum is a real killer in this game. Or this engine, I should say. So you can check out every observation point on Mamiko to hear from this angle. She's supposed to look at you, but because you're so far away, she can't actually see you.
Suspicious.
Cool. And we're off. Kaito! So now we go to Chairman's office on the 3rd floor. Anytime you need to go to the 3rd floor or the 2nd floor from the subsequent floor below, never use the elevator. It is asking me to use the elevator here. It's actually quicker to use the stairs just because of the animations of going in and out of the lift. If you miss those stairs, there's another set of stairs around this corner, but it doesn't matter which one you take. Both will obviously get you up here. There's no obstacles in the way, no doors or anything like that. The onlookers are the problem because no one in the class is actually doing anything about the bullying. And then we're going to go to leave the school and we're going to get told about one of the cameras which is currently on the fritz. And we're going to go find out what's going on. Which thankfully is over on these stairs here. And action part.
Are you safe, Yagami-shi? Seems like you're in a bit of a pinch.
Yeah, you
so
think?
all of these items that are in the action parts are always the same. Like between every single one, they're not randomized, they're always the same. I turn my camera here to make it so that if I hold right here, I don't randomly start turning around in mid-shimmy. Because that does happen. As I have found out. And we drop down. I didn't mean to pick up the mysterious seeds. I was trying to turn around, but Yagami has the turning circle of a 1980s car at times. The man decides not to turn.
Don't panic, but the school just contacted security. Several guards are en route to your location.
Great. Just what I needed.
So we're going to run across the roof. You'll see on the left is the drone. There's 4 blue lights. So we're going to get tutorialized on running jumps, which would you believe you run and then you automatically jump. Shocking, I know. Try and grab the stamina X here. That will help for later. And in we go for our next stealth section. You want to wait until Tsukumo's model loads in there for skipping, otherwise you can't skip the cutscene. Look at the nice thing about this one is it's a little random in the second half, but the first half all you have to do is look at the guards, which is not hard to do.
Okay, makes sense.
This guy will see you very momentarily, but it will be fine. Smoke bomb at him. Once again, when Yagami starts speaking, there we go. So this one is a bit unfortunate because it's randomized. We cannot run with that that security guard looking at us. There we go. This worries me because this guy on the right was already facing the right, so he might turn around and get me fucked. Good. Don't turn, don't turn, don't turn, don't turn. Okay, not too bad. We don't know what's up with the timing of those because sometimes I've managed to just run straight away with those and others I haven't. I'm gonna grab this. That's going to give me a smoke bomb for this floor down here. But hopefully, whilst this guy is still here, you can throw the smoke bomb at him and you can just run without having to wait. Fantastic. And now time for a fight. In a second. We have to plant speakers first. Hold on. Now time for a fight.
What? Holy shit!
I agree. You probably guessed the rugby club members are all built like fucking pro wrestlers and they're gonna slam us into the wall and stuff. You can imagine that ball was probably flying pretty fast. We're just styling
Damn.
it.
I guess it's more than just your
Imagine
average
if
freak.
Yagami missed the ball there. He'd have looked so stupid.
Yagami, you can't get caught now. They'll label you as a sex offender. You don't want that on the news, do you?
No, can't have that.
I mean, they would if they found the camera in the bathroom.
One way out then.
So, we're gonna start off by hitting the guy in the middle. He is a enemy that has a mid-fight EX. So whilst he builds that up, I'm gonna start working on some of the other kids. I'm very upset that that actually missed. So, there are some enemies that you'll see. I should have been in AEX a long time ago, honestly. Some enemies do this. This is the mortal attack in this game that can be dodged for a lot of damage. How did that miss? This is a bad fight. It's a terrible fight. I have to do it twice. That sucks. What a bad fight. That is awful. That's going to lose me time. That's 100% going to lose me time. Ouch. Terrible. Terrible fight. Terrible fight. Awful fight. Not happy with that.
Fruit Peak.
Okay, Flash Art, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate it. Ugh, terrible fight. Awful fight. That is going to lose me time. So, hopefully the rest of the chapter went well, because that fight right there was not good. You don't want to see that guy do the EX twice. I should have done my own EX mode a lot earlier than that. I fucked up. I fucked up real bad. So that's my own fault. That is my own fault. It is 110% my own fault. Okay. So in the meantime, over in Kamurocho, oh, wait, say time. The rest of the chapter was good. Fantastic. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. Alright, speak to the principal. There we go. Show him the evidence. And we're out of here. Right, cool. Calcium, thank you very much for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Hope you're also having a good evening tonight. So we're off to the faculty room. That is on the 2nd floor, so you don't need to use the lift. I hate every time when I do that and I launch myself off the stairs. It's going to happen a lot. So we're going to be looking at this picture a lot in the early game.
Suspicious.
It's almost as important as the map. Almost. And we're heading to the gym. I hate those stairs every time. So gym's over here. Yeah, English dub for Lost Judgment, much like the OG Judgment, is faster for speedrunning. Kinda nice. Okay, so we're gonna go see Mami Koda, and then here come the rest of these jackass kids. Now, if I've done everything correctly, I'm gonna be very, very close to getting attack level 2. Hopefully I do have enough for attack level 2. We're about to
I
find
love
out.
how Yagami will jump over railings at the slightest provocation.
Where's my attack level? On the dot. Nice. Good fight. Mr. Scuffing with 250 bits and starting the hype train. Not too bad. That's a Akane there on the side. She's a punk. We'll talk about her later. She does something fucking dumb. Anyway, we need to find a way to stay in the school, so we're going to go and look for an inn. My stomach is starting to hurt already. That's not a good sign. We've got 2 hours to go. That's not a good sign. My physical health has not been good over the past few days. So we're going to run forward here, and this is Amasawa. She's the kid that caught us earlier. What we're going to do is we're going to intentionally do refute, flee, and then that's it. Do not use EX surrender. You don't have to use that option at all. Move forward, look first person, look at the MRC club poster, and that's her club, and we're going to become her advisor. She is still obviously very skeptical of us due to the fact we are putting hidden spy cameras around, so we got to convince her that we're actually not people at all. User 2833, thank you for the 3 months, I appreciate it.
Well,
Nakarashi,
as it's a scam
bits.
train here.
I appreciate the bits in the scam train, thank you very much. So, thanks for getting us to a level 2 scam train. Whoa. Whoa. All scam train proceeds go to me, my health, and gachas. Full transparency. And chocolate. Mostly chocolate. Gotta be honest, it's mostly chocolate. Chocolate be expensive. Especially, well, actually, just after Halloween, what I really like is Halloween and Easter, because just after both Halloween and Easter, like, chocolate and sweets and stuff like that go really cheap. This is what I like to call the danger period, not Christmas. This is the danger period. Because the bit after Easter and the bit after Halloween, when things go cheaper, like, people don't want to buy Easter-related stuff when Easter is over, nor do they want to buy Halloween-related stuff when Halloween is over. So it's like, that's the time when you go and get that stuff, because it's so cheap. That's the dangerous part. It's not Christmas. Like, yeah, Christmas is slightly dangerous, but goddamn, it's kind of the same for after Christmas as well. No one wants, like, Christmas-related stuff. For some reason, everyone gets rid of the Christmas-related branding stuff a lot quicker than they do the Halloween stuff. It's really weird. So, yeah, that's the trick. That's the trick. Get your chocolate after the 31st of this month, and get it specifically for the Halloween stuff, and not the Christmas stuff. That's the trick. That's the trick right there. That's the time when you buy good chocolate. Because for some reason, no one wants Halloween stuff after Halloween. It's not like it's bad luck, it's just a different packaging. It's true, post-Christmas is cheap mince pie season. That is true. That is very true. It's the same kind of like theory as the chocolate stuff, in that, like, the Christmas related stuff goes massively on offer after Christmas. Like, you want sticky toffee pudding after Christmas, once again. That's when you do it. That is absolutely when you do it. I wonder if the other stairs on the other side would be quicker for this bit. Like, I wonder if there's a trigger for the cutscene all the way down there. Worth trying. Do I level up attack level 2 here, or is it after this fight? I think it's this fight. I need 5k. Let's see. Wait, I have it already. I'm stupid. Give me Tiger. Yeah, that's fine. So by doing this, I then get extra damage on my attacks, which makes all of my attacks really strong. Stupidly strong. As you can see, good fight. And I have 2 EX bars left to fight after this. Good. Also, Dragon Engine Shenanigans. We'll flying around.
My eyes. Shot.
Nice. This kid tries to stab us because, yeah, sure, why not?
Got you now. No, you
Wicked chocolate isn't sold cheap after Halloween. That one after, so that's true. That is true. All the Easter bunnies and stuff like that are, like, really high quality do go, like, stupidly cheap after Easter. It's really weird. But that is when you get the good stuff. I mean, Trick or Treat is about this year more than last year. More than last year, that's for sure. In the place where I live, everyone has stopped giving a fuck about mandates and masks and stuff like that. It's how my mother got fucking COVID. Although she's doing much better now, actually. She thankfully had both vaccines, so she's all good. Also, we grabbed this skill book. This is for Wounded Tiger, Verge of Death, Wounded Tiger. The other way around. Basically, when we're in crit HP, which is red HP in EX mode on Tiger, that's also going to make us do like a stupid extra amount of damage, like 20% or something like that. It's ridiculous. We only really use it in the finale. Why did Yagami speed up there? You see that? Why did he speed up there? All I was holding was the direction. There we go. You have to skip a little bit, then you skip the rest.
Don't give me that smug look.
Thank you for the hype train, everybody. I appreciate it. Right. So, start off with this, and then go hard. We want to push him into half HP, so that he goes through his HP threshold. And whilst that happens, I'll deal with the rest of this. If we can not see his EX mode, that's really good. Oh, good fight. Good fight. Very good fight. Very, very good fight. Basically, so here's the thing. Every mid fight, every time they go into their EX mode, their HP is unable to be damaged. This is the exact same. As OG Judgment, and it works in the exact same way. In that something like EX Wall Acrobatics or something akin to Leapfrog heat move will do the damage and let you start attacking them early, but most fights in this game actually have adds in them, so it's not actually that much faster to get like Wall EX acrobatics in this game. Weirdly enough, it depends on the fight. There's some where it would help a little bit, but a lot of the fights also reset you in the middle of the arena where there aren't any walls. So it's actually not as easy as it is in OG Judgment to be able to do Wall EX acrobatics against people. Nice gold. Holy shit. Very nice gold. So yeah, it's one of those things where yes, the theorem is the same as OG Judgment, but it's not absolute, and it's not as quick and easy as OG Judgment is. I mean, why are you walking? So, yeah, it's one of those things where situational, for the most part, it's actually not worth the EX stuff, the EX Wall Acrobatics in this game. Which is a shame. And it is a shame. Because that was cool tech in Judgment to make things go faster, but you'll see with a lot of the fights, even the fights where there's like no walls, like the Watanabe fight in chapter 10-11, it's actually still just fast to just pummel the guy. Like, there's some situations where it's just fast to just absolutely demolish people. Like, you might not be able to, like, fully... Oh, this is the reason why English is faster than Japanese, by the way. These two Buzz Researcher tutorials take 20 to 40 seconds less in English.
It maps out where in each Jincho each specific post was made.
There you go.
So my AI constantly combs through Chatter's database as it updates in real time. Then it extracts only the trouble-related chatter for display on the map.
Scotland. That's nice. I wish we were as sensible as Scotland, honestly.
It's wild that you can program her on such a
I feel like I've been saying that a lot over the last few years.
Well, in its current iteration, the AI isn't exactly genius
well, after Sukumo's
material
next
yet, so
dialogue box, you can skip a tiny bit of dialogue. There we go.
And
this is just a big mess. How am I supposed to know where to go?
This is indeed too much noise. In fact,
once again, I'd like to prove that you can't
this won't do it all.
Anything here. You can pause this, but it's also just going to pause it. I probably should have gone to the toilet here, actually.
Yeah, by manually filtering keywords, we can decrease false positives, thereby locating the right spot more accurately.
How do we do that? Does the AI do it for us?
No, not entirely. What the AI does is pick up on any keywords it deems important. Emphasis here on the word any. Meaning it'll turn out duds every now and then.
Calm my stomach for a little bit.
Yeah, that's still pretty busy.
And therein lies the predicament. To narrow these results down any further, we must depend on instincts, experience, and even inspiration.
So you're saying human intuition?
Precisely. Even in this day and age, human intuition will trump AI every time. That is, until we all become cyborgs.
Right.
But that's getting ahead of myself. As it stands, Yagamishi, you've got
Narito,
the
man.
best intuition out of all of us.
Well, let's just start with a post that smells like trouble. about this one?
I can't do anything.
Smell
here,
the
by way.
trouble brewing already.
Oh, interesting. And let's filter our results around that specific term. And there you have it. See, there's a
What's up with good boy?
concentration of
Arachnid
suspicious
sexually reproduce, but their
keyword usage on
PPs
this
must be so
street here.
tiny.
As to what sort of trouble is brewing, you'll have to rely on your good old-fashioned eyeballs. Shady activity isn't always the easiest to spot, so maybe think of it as a sort of treasure hunt.
A treasure hunt for
How
trouble.
have I never
huh?
seen that before?
Does sound right up my alley.
Right there.
Doesn't it? I can already picture you out there, helping people in need until it all pays off. What could await you at the end of the trail? My heart rate is already spiking.
Same, super.
I'm just-
Same.
Now, I do...
Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna go find the Arachnid man. He is over here. He's chilling. I wouldn't say what he's doing is chilling. Again, don't get your skateboard out because you do have
can
to
hear it.
basically just go here. There we go. And now for building, which thankfully I've never fucked this build. It's the only building section that I've never fucked up in a speedrun. So you know, there's always time. As far as I'm aware, it's very, very hard to fuck this bit up, thank God. There's 3 gold swords in a row, yes. This run is pretty good so far. Which it should be after I've been doing this run for the last couple of days. Okay. So we have to figure out what's up with this guy and why he was hanging off the balcony. Spoilers. These panties aren't his. So. Here's how we're going to do this. Kick once, kick twice, strong, and EX. Easy peasy. Okay, I do need Rising Vortex and Rising Blow at some point. Probably do that pre-Kuana. I'll do it here, actually, for this menu. So, we're going to go into Tiger. Rising Blow gets off the ground quicker. That gets used a couple of times. Same with Rising Cloud Vortex, even though we don't actually use that version too many times. Still useful to have for later on when we do actually use Crane a bit more. Because we will be using Crane a bit more later on.
I know this is...
I remembered to hit X there for once. Holy shit. Alright, so we're going to be going to meet Sawa Sensei at a cafe called Plague, or as like we like to call it, Plague. Cool. Pass these bikes. Oh, also, Kuro's doing some theory crafting on some Yakuza 0 early game stuff, which... Yeah, alright, sure. Good luck, Kuro. I believe in you. I'm not joining you for that. It's not more shotguns, but it's more sprint on Kiryu. Make things go faster. So again, do this to obviously get some damage up. One guy had 1 HP left. I should have ran over to the guy. 2 EX bars for Kuana. Okay. I could potentially start in EX, but I don't really want to. So, Sawa Sensei has been given this photo by a mysterious random lady. This is Mikoshiba just before he was killed. So we want to look at all the evidence in the picture. There we go. And now we're going to find the man I just mentioned, called Jin Kuana. Good boss fight, always good
Don't
boss
let me down now.
I'm just going to do first phase normally, I think. Not sure why my second hit there wasn't charged, but would have helped a lot for my EX build-up.
Now that's fancy.
Yes, it is.
How's this? Hey, what else you got?
Gonna go into EX mode. Hit him a couple times. That's why we get the thing. Just in case we get knocked down. He's gonna go into his mid-fight. He's gonna go into his mid-fight. Oh my god, he's actually being problematic. Bit on my part, but not a great fight. The second half of that fight was not fluid. First part of the fight was actually fine, but the second half of that fight was not good. We'll be fine. Also, all the audio stacks here for some reason. Don't know why, but it does. but it do. And we're gonna go see an old friend of ours from Judgment. This lad right here. Our extract master, who gives us the Warrior's Onslaught extract, which is an insanely strong extract. Which we're gonna use straight away, because we have to. Yeah. So the nice thing is the game's gonna give us a second one of those for free, and by God, we're gonna save it till the last boss like we do with Judgment's free extract. Oh look, I didn't pause here for once. I remembered. Okay, cool. And that's the end of the chapter. Should be. Should be. Getting there. Sukumo. Sukumo. Keep thinking it's couch here. It's not. It's Sukumo. Nice chapter. Cool. Good chapter. Alright. And now is the chapter where I'm going to be saving all the time in the bloody world. Because I'm not going to fall off the building this time. Am I?
Right from...
Oh, I was too early. 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 Am I? I bloody well hope not. I'll be very upset if I do. Don't use the elevator. Use the stairs. Because the faculty room is just here. Alright. We are going to go and find the crime scene. So, off we go. The crime scene is 2 up in our taxi list. I found it already. I know where it is. Okay, where are we? I had it, and I lost it, and I believed it, and I forgot to believe it. Okay, so, car. I keep forgetting that car is right next to the taxi. Get your skateboard out. If ever you get like a little bit here where you have to run around, just get on your skateboard. It's faster than running. Here, run forward a little bit so you can gain a little bit of distance pre this going off. Have a bad NPC spawn in your way. Look at the fence, skip this, go inside, turn around immediately. Move a little left as well.
Suspicious.
Your action section. So, in my PB, I fell off this building bloody twice. That's why I'm about to save a minute right here. Fuck the wall running parts. They ruined my speedrun. Fuck the jumping parts. They ruin my speedrun every time. So, we have to run and jump along these very, very small little platforms. I really wish they gave you larger platforms for this, especially for this one. This is where I fell off twice, so I'm going to be taking my time here, holding it, and then going up. Good. I will always take an extra second to make sure that goes off properly so I don't fall off the building, because the platform that you get there is so goddamn small that you just get pushed off because Dragon Engine shenanigans. It has happened multiple times, and I dislike it. Okay. So that's the nasty action parts gone for now. So here we have to check out the crime scene, of which there is an arrow with flares and the blood. There we go. We're going to get met with a Kanagawa police detective. This is Watanabe. We'll be seeing him again later. He's actually pretty cool. Whereas the OG Judgment was fuck the police. This guy's actually not too bad. So, ask her everything but the building owner here. The thing that is important to take away from this conversation is that they cannot do a precise time of death, and they don't know where the murder weapon is. So we're getting spied on during all that by 3 people. 2 went to the right, 1 went to the left. We're going to go after that guy on the left.
Hold up.
So, as I said, every chase section is very, very important not to fuck up. If we fuck this up at any point, this is going to increase in an extra lap, and we are going to have an extra 30 to 45 seconds added on to the time. This is why it's very important not to mess these bits up.
Leave me
You can make like 1 or 2 like movement mistakes here, but you must not make too many mistakes with the QTs. And again, it's always the same every time, so we know what's coming up. We know it's always square for the cars, for example. And this is the reason why you must not make any movement mistakes to get further behind, is you get several objects that you have to kick towards your opponent, and you can see that it took off a good chunk of his HP. If you don't do that at both opportunities here, you will literally not have less damage on him, and you won't be able to stop him in the first actual part. Half, you went left. If ever you're a bit slow behind your target there, always remember that your chase sequences in Judgment go around in a circle. So they're always going to loop back to the original point. The health pickup here is a little bit of a disguise. Stop you from kicking that. And you can see he's at 1 HP, and you'll see that he'll keep running for a tiny bit. As I said earlier, they have predetermined stop locations on their chases, which is why you don't want to let him have more than 1 HP here, because otherwise he won't stop. Simple as that. Okay, we have the wire tap coming up next, don't we? The wire tap, because old Tsukumo's gone out. Now, we know where Tsukumo has gone, but you still have to look at it in the Buzz Researcher anyway. So, taxi. 1, 2, 1, 2. I actually got the taxi right for once. It's a miracle. It's Christmas miracle. And you just run through the bushes in this game, which is really nice. So, show off our lawyer badge to show that we're trustworthy. Tsukumo is going to give us the bug detector. There's a big public case of somebody, like, bugging certain people's cars and stuff like that, so we're just going to go and find it because it should be around here. And it's always on the same car every time, which is nice. One of our only skateboard opportunities. We do have a little bit of speed tech involved in this.
Bingo.
Always the car. And with this, we're going to get 2 lots of money. As you'll see, there's the first, here's the second. Shit ton of money. So what we're going to do is we're going to immediately turn around and go over to a weapon van over here. You want to jump the sidewalk to make sure you don't fall off the skateboard. And go to this van here, where we're going to buy the battle boxes for 15% extra, the EX power boost that I mentioned earlier, and a belt that gives us 5% rather than 3%. It's lovely. Nice. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Insane taxi.
Yep.
Okay. So, we're going to be going and helping out Sayori with the case over in Kamurocho, because obviously it ties into what we were doing here in Ijincho. Get some rest. Get some rest. Every time. Every time I walk past the couch. Every time. Every time. Every time. But first, we have to go and find some cameras. This is where every single Lost Judgment runner starts to swear, because none of us have a good route for these cameras. These cameras are obscure and obtuse. One of them is intentionally hidden, like a real pain in the ass. So, I have my route. Is it a fast route? I think it's slightly slow, but do I know where the cameras are? Yes, I do. Here's the guy whose character got assassinated in this video game. Not physically, but mentally. Hoshino's character in this game is absolutely terrible. So, run down here. You can see there's a camera above me. This is the reason as to why going this way isn't ideal, but hey, I know where the cameras are here. Excuse me. There's one here.
Suspicious.
I'm fairly certain the next one isn't until the next bit. Yeah. Which is this one.
What the?
Where's our obscure camera gone? It was you.
Hey.
Hidden between the sign and the pillar. That's the one that's awful. There are... This is a bad side to take it, because there's this one. There's...
What the?
This one. Spin right. You. You. And there should be one last one, which you can see right there.
Suspicious.
Okay. Now.
Okay, so
Suspicious.
we need to look at the important points here, the important points of the disembark point, the dotted line, the escape path, and where Ihara was apprehended. Cool. Good. Good. And with that, we carry on. Back to school. Back to the school as always. If it doesn't automatically take us there, we need to go to the faculty office. So, again, up to the stairs, because the stairs are quicker than the elevator. So she tells us all about Ihara's son, saying that Mikoshiba looked like he was actually searching for him, which is obviously not very nice. I should definitely use the lift here. Because we have to leave, so this will get us, yeah, all the way down to the first floor. That's definitely where you want to use. You don't want to use the lift too many times in the run, but that's one of those times you definitely do. You won't stagger down the stairs, and you don't have to go through 2 doors by using that lift, which is really nice. And instead of carrying on with the story, we're going to get one more of our detective tools. It is time for the detective dog. Yes, it is time for Ranpo. This is Ranpo. This is actually Amasawa's dog.
Got something?
He sniffed us out with helping him with his investigation. So, I keep forgetting I have to hold the button to run. So, Detective Dog here is, funnily enough, when you have Detective Dog out, no fight spawns actually spawn in. The trouble is, it's really slow to use Detective Dog, but look at him. He's the best boy. Look at him go.
Doing great.
Unfortunately, pedestrians love getting in your way, and his. We're in the middle of an investigation, after all. So, we'll be going down the next road to the right. If I go too far, he's going to yoink me back, so I've got to be a little careful at least.
This way, huh?
So, this kid has been left here. His mother has just abandoned him.
Got something?
So, we're going to get her sent, and Detective Dog's going to go find her. Detective Dog's going to try and go to the left, but he's actually to the right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Great.
Excuse me. I know best. Thank you.
This way, huh?
This is why you don't fight with Detective Dog.
Got something? Doing great.
And wouldn't you know it? Yakuza. Surprising, I know. So, once again, we're going to do this into our EX. Shame that he didn't take all that damage. Shame that that missed as well. This is going to be a pretty slow fight. Are you where the fuck are you going? Wow. Terrible fight. Holy shit. That man decided to leave. The man decided, nope, I'm out. Pain in the ass. We're gonna get a text from Amasawa who's like, hey, find my dog. Yeah, too late for that. Dog found us. So if we gain access to Detective Dog, he just stays at our house now. And that's that's all we do. He has a nose for sniffing out trouble, that dog. But you can get a heat move that uses Old Rampo. But you need dog food, and you also need to be in one of 2 different states, which is a bit slow to do, so we don't try and do that in the run, obviously. Which is a shame. So, another chase section. Again, very important. You do not mess this up. There is a kickable object at the very start. Make sure you get this one. Then there is going to be 2 dodges with X. There's going to be a right coming up here. Double triangle. Or triple. One way a left.
Hold up.
A right and a left. If you want, you can grab the healing item. Just in case. Triangle, of course. And then comes the second kickable object. Again, make sure you hit all these kickable objects. They're the most important out of this. And do not make any movement mistakes. Otherwise, the next part's going to be really rough. Healing item, triangle over the bike. He's going to speed up, as you'll see. So you know that's an X. Obviously a left, a right, a left. Another triangle where we leap over the same guy again. And one final kick of the bucket. At which point he should turn to the right down Restaurant Row. Yep, which means we are good. Every time I collide with that chair. And there we go. By landing on the left, you don't stagger, and then that way you don't have to mess around here. Alright, so I need very specifically certain level ups here. Triple finisher. Do not forget triple finisher, for the love of God. So, we're going to start off by getting, obviously, a little bit of attack, because we had a... This game funnels you skill points, like, just a schmeckle of... Schmeckle. Is that even the right word? I don't know, I think it does. I went the wrong way, because I want triple finisher, which is here. Triple kick on Crane. Crane, triple kick. And I also want... Where am I? EX burst attack. Okay. Give it to the halfway point. Beautiful. And here we go. See, I didn't do it so early this time, so it actually worked for me. God damn. Feels good. Good test, though. Very good test, though. That's the best test I've had in a very long time. Calm down. So once again, starting this fight, we want to do our charge EX attack. It's going to get us a bit of damage up. Push this guy a bit more towards everybody else in this fight. Start. Here. I just got knocked over by Kaito in the wrong star, so I don't have a get up. So I was going to use my attack from Tiger with Crane, but nope. Thanks, Kaito. That really sucked. Is that triple finisher? We're hoping that would kill him, but it did not. Kaito just hit me at the very worst time there. That sucks. This was a good chapter otherwise. That sucks. I don't know what the other two are doing, but you know what? That's actually working out for me. So I should be able to just do a lot of EX here. I probably should use my EX earlier in that second phase. So again, we're going to recharge our attack and go ham. Come on, good hit. Bit of a shame my one pushed him away. That is a big shame, but other than that, that was okay. The second phase wasn't great. Getting hit down in Snake style was not in the cards. But, oh well, that's my fault for not skipping directly to Crane. So, my fault. Completely my fault.
Let's go.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so... Kamurocho? Kamurocho. Kamurocho. Rest on the couch. Okay.
Sorry, son.
So head to Kamurocho. Thankfully, going to the other city is always the bottom option in the taxi list. You don't have to think too long or too hard about that, which is nice. But we're going to report to Sayori about everything that's been happening in Ijincho. But first, these guys here are RK, a brand new gang after the events of Yakuza Like a Dragon. You know the drill. Not happy about the guy on the left walking away, but surprised that actually made it past the pole. Everyone's gonna be on low HP, but that's fine. So I can just now take them out. Who's alive? This guy behind me? Wow. I misread the minimap completely there. Damn. Bad fight. Actually, bad fight. Damn. Chapter 4 is one of the longer chapters in the run, ironically enough. It's not too bad. The finale's still longer, in typical Judgment fashion. But yeah. Now keeping an eye out for fight spawns. If there's a fight spawn ahead of us, we might have to despawn it, but there isn't this time, so that's really nice.
Well,
Tokyo Detention Center, where we're gonna go grill Ihara on the fact that he was there at a murder. Excuse me, please skip. Thank you. Hey, how sometimes my up on my D-pad doesn't work? It's really weird. Either way, we're going back to our office to rest up. So we get our skateboard here. We have to be a little careful depending on how many NPCs there are, which there are a lot, so I'll just run at this point. Hitting NPCs or obstacles is a lot slower than obviously just getting off your skateboard. So I don't want to obviously ram into people. So that's why I'm being a bit more careful. Neat. I fucking gamed chapter 4. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
So the murder footage is already...
Trying to fucking do shit.
Only a...
I don't know why I went into the middle of the road. I don't have my skateboard here. I don't like that fight spawn, but it should be fine. Yep. A little bit nasty, but I'm gonna risk it. Everything should be fine. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Oh my god, I keep doing this every time. There's a little bit of time loss. Also, her hitbox here is so stupid. I don't understand why. Groping Instant was a setup. Show the map. Always show the map. Anyway, pretend that we jump out the window here. We don't actually get to see it, but I was moving towards it, so I must have done. Come on, Kaito, you gotta speed up. I've made some mistakes already.
Let me get...
Okay, so we're gonna get onto the other side of this guy on the left, so that everyone's in front of us. Oops. He's kind of behind me, so I'll do this. Okay. If I can do that in 2 combos, that's good. Happily take that. It's 6 up for the RK tactic. So, with that fight, we get 4,000 SP. That will give me enough SP to get my next attack level up, which we're going to do straight away. That 2,800 left. Taxi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For this bit, you have to be very, very careful. As soon as the enemy spots you here, because they're all in fixed locations, as soon as the enemy spots you here, they're going to run towards you. So you must be sticking to the right so that they don't actually catch you before you get into the story trigger.
All right, let's go.
So, stealth section. Again, this is a pretty nice stealth section. Don't have to do much. Look at the vent. Anytime you get taken out for a cutscene, that is skippable. Don't take a drink just yet. Drink when the game drinks. Trust me on this one. Wondering why I'm holding up? It's so that I can skip the cutscenes a bit faster. Now we follow this guy. He's gonna be going to the bathroom. A little bit faster than him at this point. Alright, wait. Where's the...
Sorry, man.
I was gonna say, it's there. Okay, so it's the fade out. Gotcha. That's terrible. That's gonna lose me a little bit of time, but that's fine. I now know exactly where that skip is. It's not ideal, but I know where it is. Don't go too far to the right because you'll get hit with a invisible cutscene that's there. Now, when this man is drinking, now you can have a drink.
Here, sir.
Because this is not actually skippable. This man has the weakest constitution you'll ever see because... down he goes. In one drink. So that guy in the red on the left is the big problem in this area. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to throw a coin for this guy to go after. We're going to look to the left and make sure the guy on the left is not looking at us. And we can go over here. That's the reason why you've got to be careful of that guy on the left. My god. I don't have a smoke bomb anymore. Shit. Well, not having a smoke bomb for this guy sucks. I have to wait for him to go forward before I can push myself forward. That's why I like saving the smoke bomb for that guy. And unfortunately, it's going to probably put this guy in a really weird spot. Don't smoke bomb this guy for a coin.
Praying that gravity won't overdo it today.
You and me both. Tojo Tara, thank you for the 6 months of the Prime Gaming. I appreciate it. Any Prime Gamers in the chat? Alright, so. Gonna build up our EX and obviously a little bit of our damage here on Canada. I forgot to do my trip. Thanks for that. That was stupid of me. I really don't want anyone, like, falling off here, so I'm just looking at, like, who's where and just going after them based on their positioning. So now I've got mostly full EX. I'm going to be using my EX for the last few waves.
Right. Sorry, boss. Yo!
We will have to reapply our damage probably in the wave after this one. Usually I don't have to turn around for that guy, but I wanted to get him whilst he was available. Okay, that's pretty bad. That's very bad. When he guards, it's a pain in the ass.
No, sir. Come on, let's fucking do this.
This is definitely not very fast. We're definitely going to lose time in the chapter. So there we go. I don't want to get stabbed by him because I'll lose time if I do. Really? You as well? Slow fight. Very slow fight. Very, very slow fight. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Very not good. Anyway, that's a cut, so you'll see him in a chapter's time. Don't worry. Don't you worry. You'll see him soon. We'll be running the Akutsu Gauntlet next chapter. You're wondering if you've never seen a Lost Judgment run or you've never played Lost Judgment, you're wondering what the Akutsu Gauntlet is, you'll see. You'll see. So again, because there's no NPCs with us, we can get our skateboard out, so get your skateboard out. Should I taxi straight to Yui Mamiya's house? I don't know why I didn't. Alright, so you want the right option here. You want to emphasize Yui Mamiya, because we're trying to, you know, get into her apartment and see what's going on. Because we have a very big suspicion right now. Run forward as well. There we go. Look at her kid.
Suspicious.
Look at her. And we want to show her the murder footage. Here's a grisly murder for you. Great. Great. So, we have a suspicion. The Kaito doesn't want to do any of this detective stuff, so we're going to do it while he stays at the office. We have a suspicion that Yui Mamiya may have been colluding with Ihara to cover up Ihara murdering Mikoshiba so that old Ihara can get off on just a sexual misconduct charge. We are ready, yes. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, Ihara's accomplices posted the video. We want the map.
Hey.
Of course you want the map. The dotted line. It's always the map.
It's very...
Then we want Yui Mami was colluding with Ihara. And we want, of course, someone spying on We Went There, which was Akike, the guy that we caught in the chase earlier on. Look at that time loss. By time loss, I mean 11 seconds saved. Yeah. Actually, Akutsu Gauntlet isn't this chapter. I'm stupid. Think straight. Now, there is a little bit of speed tech involved when going back to Yagami's office. If you get a Yagami's office bit where... There's a lot of people there, that was bad. If you get Yagami's office bit where you don't get a cutscene, there is a hitbox that you can hit from out here in the corridor. If I can get it right first time. Nope. You hit the couch hitbox from outside in the corridor. I don't know why, but it's there. Is it faster? Only if you get the right angle. If you don't get the right angle, it's not actually faster. It's a little slower because obviously you have to fumble around outside, so it's not actually all that good. That was a tech skip. I know that's a tech skip, so I messed up there. Faculty room, you know the drill. Don't use the elevator. Go to the right. Use the stairs. Get that exercise, Yagami. Let's go. Amasawa is texting us to say, hey, you should probably come to the school so that we can do some school stories. No. So, we want to speak to Sawa Sensei. She's going to be in a staff meeting. So, while she's in the staff meeting, we're going to go and leave the school. And whilst we're waiting for Sawa Sensei, Sayori is going to be getting up to an investigation on RK on her own. Oh god, time loss? Yeah, exactly. That's how math works. You can trust me, I'm an accountant. If it's not gold, it doesn't count. Gold is literally the color of money, after all. If you ignore the fact that money can also be silver and green and a couple of other colors in between as well. So, Sayori is going to go undercover, which is going to be a repeat of the cabaret section in Judgment 1, where we're going to get into a disguise with the help of Mary here.
So
the person who ruins all OG Judgment speedruns. Thanks, Mary. So, with this, we're going to walk down the street and get like 4K SP. What a great time to be alive. This is a nice break section where we get to talk to each other. How you all doing tonight? Speaking of, we got some good NPCs by the looks of things here. Some bad ones coming towards us here, but other than that, not a bad start. So NPCs are a pain because they walk faster than Sayori does, and yes, they will stop you and block you. Also, Mary just made the sound device go off for everybody else, which made these guys turn around. That sucks. Mary, please. So, you want the option, I want to get wild tonight? Skip this, and then when things are getting hairy, we don't owe you a name, and Higashi steps in to save the day. Good old Higashi. It's his reintroduction to the video game.
Wait.
And with that, we go back to Yagami. We have to wait for Sawa to get out of the meeting. So this is your first time waiting section. In OG Judgment, the time waiting sections are all 180 seconds long. In Lost Judgment, they are actually all based on distance. Sounds a little weird, but essentially, if you go a certain distance away from your original starting position, you do not have to wait anymore. None of them are your stereotypical waiting sections, which is great. Sawa Sensei is not here. Sawa Sensei had a headache and went home, which is not ideal because we have a suspicion that RK may be trying to get Sawa Sensei. So we got to go find someone who might know Sawa Sensei's home address, which is of course the principal. What is a sleep schedule? I don't know. I'm gonna be... That's a good point, actually. Speaking of sleep schedules, this week, streams on
Not too long.
Thursday, Friday might not happen, or they're going to be a bit weird. I've got to stay awake for a reasonable amount of time on Friday, and I'm going to be doing something on Thursday as well that's going to have me awake, so Thursday, Friday streams might not happen, or they might just be casual streams this week. We'll see. But I would say for now, consider me not streaming on Thursday, Friday. I'll take my 2 days off Thursday, Friday. I'll try and, or at least like do casual stuff. I'll try and rest up my stomach and get it a bit better. So I think I figured out something. This is going to be a disgusting story. I'm going to try and keep it as not so dirty details as possible. I think I've realized why certain periods I get massively hungry, because it's happening again at the minute. I'm having massive stomach problems. I'll just be blunt and upfront about this. If you don't want to hear dirty details, close your ears for 10 seconds. Nice gold. My stool is liquid and has been for 3 weeks. So that's not good. My body is literally expunging everything from it. And my hernia is also doing the same, where entire bits of food are just coming back undigested 12 hours later. So, yeah, I am having problems. And I think my body is trying to some reason expunge all the food out from it, which is not good. And I think that's where half of my problems are stemming from at the minute. This felt like a good fight. I felt like a good fight. So this is the Akutsu Gauntlet. That's the first fight. Faroob is going to remember to get his attack level up now, isn't he? Yes. So they're actually here for Jin Koana. We're going to protect him and take care of the rest of RK while we're here. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get my level up. Imagine remembering. That's a shame. I have killed this fight in that single EX before. That sucks. Yeah, stomach's not doing too good. But here's the weird thing. The weirdly ironic, nice kind of side to it that isn't very nice. I'm losing weight quite rapidly. I mean, quite rapidly. Which is a little weird, because it's not ideal, obviously. Oh, hello. I do not want Sledgehammer Guy to mess me up. I'm fairly certain I wanted a 2-hit combo for this fight instead of a 1. Cat Jam, by the way.
Really, guys?
Means I'm starving. Well, I'm getting hungrier because my body isn't keeping the nutrients in it, which it needs. Which is a little not great. And here's the thing, it's like what I'm trying to do at this point, because this keeps happening every time, I'm trying to supplement things in my diet that are healthier for me rather than just the usual stuff I would normally have, which would be a lot of pasta or some cereals, etc. God, I love the soundtrack. Nice, I actually managed to get both from that hit. I was kind of thinking I wasn't going to. I love the little bit of actual like AoE that your attacks have in EX. It's really nice. At least your EX combo, I should say. And the Akutsu Gauntlet round 2. So we're gonna start, because I don't have any EX, by hitting Akutsu. Which he didn't actually leave. I should have done the full 3-hit combo. Well, it actually works for me because now I have a little bit of EX for phase 2.
Stay down.
My diabetes, I think everything is fine. I've been tested for diabetes recently with my stomach problems, and it's not that, so... Because it does sound like it. I'll fully admit, I also believe it does sound a little like it, but... Kutsu! You mind? Do not get grabbed by this. You will lose a lot of time. The nice thing is, your EX also hits people that are actually, like, close to the enemy that it goes off against. He's not making this guard. He did! So that's what I was talking about earlier, when I said that sometimes, for some reason, when you hit the second charge attack of your free charge combo, the third hit doesn't hit if it's charged. I don't understand why. I don't know if that's a glitch or what. Either way, that's the second fight of the Akutsu Gauntlet. Here's the third fight of the Akutsu Gauntlet. We like to call this Chainsaw Akutsu. Try and guess why. Speaking Speaking of chainsaws, Resident Evil 4 is out on VR this month. Would anybody want to watch me literally potentially hurl in VR? We could do a VR Resi 4 VR stream. I have a Quest 2. Unfortunately, I have sold my soul out to Facebook. I didn't buy it. It was a gift. Very, very nice gift. Bloody hate Facebook. Yes, VR stream. So I wanted to do VR Phasmo, but unfortunately Phasmo makes me go loopy. I've not found my VR legs for Phasmo yet, so Phasmo not happening, I'm afraid. Which is a shame, because I think Phasmo in VR is fantastic. I want to hit this guy that has the HP bar. And I had a feeling that was going to happen with him. It sucks. Also a shame. I should have guessed earlier when I noticed that was not going to work. Okay. I was okay. But no, I was tested for diabetes recently because of everything that's going on. It's not diabetes. If anything, I have too much of an addiction to sugar. Can't stop, won't stop. Will stop. I would like to lose weight. I've actually been cutting sugar out of my diet quite a lot, actually, which is really good. This looks like a decent time. This looks like a decent time. This might be a gold. This might be a gold. This might be a gold. Might be a gold. Might be a gold. Might be a gold. Nope, not a gold. But I did save time. That's the more important part. Well, it's not, but I did save time. Okay, desecrate the crime scene. Let's go. Steal the yearbook. Easy peasy. Good lawyer, good detective.
What the?
Almost. Okay, good. But yes, I've been thinking about doing VR streams for a while. I own all of the pretty much essential VR games, and I've not played that many of them. For example, I own Half-Life Alyx. I have not played Half-Life Alyx yet. With Half-Life Alyx, it's a bit weird, because I've been waiting for it for a very long time. But here's the thing with Half-Life Alyx. I've heard so many good things about it that I kind of know that's the game that I want to save till last in terms of like my VR journey, because you kind of know, you know, if Half-Life Alyx is that good, it's gonna be a fantastic experience. And I'd rather not do that first and have certain other experiences be, you know, lessened because of it. I'm sure they won't be. I also have stuff like obviously Boneworks. Something else I had that's a good single-player game, apparently. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. That's the one. I have a couple of things in VR, and obviously Resi 4 will be coming out. And Beat Saber, of course. I don't think there is any VR user that doesn't own Beat Saber. I'd be very, very surprised. Just leave the school. This leave the school you can use the lift for. Because you will be going past 2 doors, so this one actually isn't too bad to use the lift for. I think this is the last time you want to leave the school via the doors. Kind of actually, do we come back to the school after this bit? I don't think we do we? I don't think we do. I don't like it when the fight spawn is that close, but yeah. So yeah, I'm tempted to do a VR stream. I still need to get properly set up with VR. I haven't actually figured out. I know some. I've got a few streamers I can talk to. I haven't figured out what program most streamers use for like the chat on hands. Which I think that would be an easy Google anyway. But for the capture stuff, I've easily got that set up in OBS already. So I could do VR streams at the drop of a hat.
It's kind of fitting for an unlicensed handyman.
Let's roll, Tom.
So I'm very tempted. I'm very, very tempted. Very, very tempted. It would be very, very casual stuff.
What the? Nah, what?
I can't see myself speedrunning Half-Life Alyx, for example, because I've seen that run. That was the run that came after Kiwami 2 back in SGDQ 2020. Very, very good run to watch, by the way. You should watch that run. Very, very good run. Hey, RK members, you know the drill. I'm actually going to go to the side so I can try and get as many of them in a line as possible. The big lad here is the most important takeout with your EX if possible. Nicely all went together there. One guy at the back is still alive, that's fine. I'll deal with him after I deal with large lad. So I do not want large lad to do that. Kaito? Kaito? Darling, that was me. Not useful. I don't think Kaito cares. English is faster by about 20 to 40 seconds. If you remember the Buzz Researcher tutorial, that's completely unskippable. Like, it's not skippable like a cutscene. The text itself isn't skippable either. And the English in that part is actually 20 to 40 seconds faster between the two bits put together. Also, here comes an amazing fight. I only very, very slightly prefer the Japanese dub in this game, but honestly, it's kind of nice because, like, OG Judgment is faster in English by about a minute because of, like, the same kind of stuff. LAD is faster in Japanese by about 20 seconds, and Lost Judgment is faster in English. So the Judgment games are faster in English, whereas LAD is faster in Japanese. I need to build up my EX and fast. Not with that combo. Bad fight. That's a terrible fight. Okay. Salvage in the second half, not gonna lie, but not a good fight. Love this fight, though. I must admit, I'm still trying to decide what I want to do for the partner anniversary next week. One thought that did come to my head was a Lost Judgment Legend difficulty speedrun. It's not going to be as bad as OG Judgment's Legend run, because obviously no mortal attacks, which is nice, but I still think it's going to be evil in places. But I really kind of want to do it. I really kind of want to do it. So... Unfortunately, we've hit the period of the night where my body is starting to try and give up on me. And oh yeah, Tesso. Every time. And I still have like an hour of this run left to go. So we're gonna get Tesso with the Tiger Hidden Arts to make my damage go up, unless I miss that attack, which sucks. I should have finished that one. So we're gonna go through to his mid-fight QTE, double X for this one. At which point, because he's going to have his invulnerable period, we're actually going to go after all the other ads in the fight whilst we can't hit him. This is one of those again where it's not worth getting wall acrobatics because we just go after the ads that we have to take out in this fight anyway. The guy went too fast, I'm going to go back up for these guys. I should go up to Tessa with that hit. I would have stopped him potentially doing an EX, which he didn't anyway. Although now I know why I've been messing Tesso's EX up, so we should be good. I've been doing it too early. He has a lot of HP, that's unfortunate. He's going to survive. He'll survive this, I think. Oh. I'm hoping everybody comes this way. That's why I'm going after these guys. I'm not finishing this in my EX. Oh, you're the large HP guy. I was hoping he would go down a bit earlier. Nice. Pushing him against that wall is good. Every time you do a charge attack in this game, it does push your enemies back, unlike OG Judgment, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass in some respects. but that's why you don't want to sometimes do a strong charge for your first one. It's the same principle behind earlier with the Nasty Man in Chapter 2, or Chapter 1 even, where you don't want to do the first strong attack as a charge, because it pushes him away too early, whereas all your damage will come out in the second one. Okay. Evil horrible bullying video, Shinya Kawaii!
Suspicious.
The date, just before Reiko Kusamoto's son pushes himself off the roof. Poor guy. It's Yui Namiya!
Suspicious.
And Akike!
This guy who
And Mitsuru Kusamoto. Cool. Fresh file. I'm not gonna do New Game Plus. I've said many times why I don't want to do New Game Plus. New Game Plus runs of the Yakuza games are fucking terrible and boring as shit. They really are. I'm not gonna get into that long argument again, but they're terrible. There's only a few New Game Plus runs that actually aren't terrible, but most of them are either too similar to the any percent that you might as well do any percent, or they make things so super trivial like Yakuza 0, where you level 999 and you one-punch everything. Which, you know, for the first time is amusing. I'll give you that. But for every time after that, it's not. LED speedrun is a couple of hours shorter, which is actually kind of good if you don't have the time to spare, like 4 hours and 8 minutes, which is the current world record. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's good, because LED speedrun on New Game Plus, you literally do the essences that one-shot every single fight, and then obviously... There we go, that's the one I want. And then obviously... after that, you just skip every essence. It's literally cutscene skip simulator. It's a giant shame. It's a massive shame. Speaking of massive shame, no EX here. I was really hoping I could get both of them with that one hit there. Not good. Not good.
Oh my god.
Argic with the raid. Good evening, Argic. Hope you're doing well tonight. We're looking pretty good time-wise, aren't we? 3 minutes, 50 seconds ahead. No shenanigans this time, I hope. Go back to the office. I actually remembered which part I'm at this time. Feels good. It's looking pretty good, but we can still lose it. My body is threatening to sabotage me. No NPCs at all? Ooh, get that skateboard out. Let's go. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, Clan Chase? Question mark? Yes, Clan Chase. So, big plot dump exposition time. Kwana's not a nice person. And we're gonna go chase him because he's gonna jump out of that window. Because of course he is. So again, much like all the other chase sections, you must make sure you do not miss kicking objects at Kuana. His second lap costs you 45 seconds, as I found out the other day. The first one will be coming up in a bit, which is why you do not want to make any mistakes movement-wise in this early bit. Right triangle. Again, it's always the same at least, but you do have to be a little careful. So your first one coming up here is on the left. If any of these miss, you're done. He's going to throw something, so get rid of the X. Cool. So chat, I'll be saying hello in a second properly. I just need to concentrate on this because this is a big time loss section. Right here, triangle next.
Hold up.
Dodge cones. Grab this healing item because the next one later on is a bit of a tricky one. Left, right, left. This one alternates. The second one is the tricky one because it doesn't look like it's actually a right one. Stick to the right here because there's your next bucket. This has to connect, otherwise it will be a second lap, and we should be good now. Whew. Still a couple more things to do. As long as it goes to the right, yep, you single lapped it. Thank goodness. Every time. Fear. Every single one of these chase sections has its own predetermined endpoint, which is why you have to do all of this correctly, because the predetermined endpoint is here. That's why if he has a little more HP than he had there, he goes around for another lap, and he has to come back here. Because usually, cutscene ends. But kind of runs.
See you later. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, hello everyone, Count Vargix. I'm through, but I speedrun Yakuza games. This is a Yakuza game, trust me. It's a new RPG game. It has some of the best combat of any action RPG game that is out there. It is fantastic. I'm going to be doing this to build up my damage real quick. And hopefully hitting most of these guys with this X. I did not want to hit him there, that sucks. Get out here, PK. Bad chapter. Or bad fight, I should say. It was a bad chapter. It was a decent chapter, but that was a bad fight. That was a very bad fight. Can do that much better. I've been getting there with my EX actually lacking the last couple of times. Like, I golded that. I can't complain, but it wasn't a good fight. It wasn't a good fight. Chapter 11.
Well,
Go. Rawden Geeman, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate it. Kill some time in town. I keep forgetting it's this bit. So again, any time waiting segments, just leave. Just leave. The nice thing with this one is if you skip these phone conversations quick enough, you actually get teleported back here to Charles. So there's no enemy spawn, which is nice. Otherwise, the skateboard would have a double use. Oh god, there is a fight spawn. Are you kidding me? Please be an area trigger. Please be an area trigger. It should be. It should be. It is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was about to get very upset. The Grizzly murder footage. The inspection report. And the train card. Those are the only 3 you have to do. When she says anything else, you've done the correct options. And now we call it a day. Yes, Frodden Greenman, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs, I appreciate it. But yeah, for those coming in as well, I was just talking about potentially next week, I will probably be doing a VR stream, because Resi 4 VR is out on the Quest 2, and a friend actually gifted me a Quest 2 a couple of months back. So, I'm very tempted. Very, very tempted. Okay. I forgot to skip. Okay, so we're going to go and see Ihara in the detention center. We're trying to... So basically what's going on is this guy Ihara here, he committed murder, but to cover it up, he actually tried to grope somebody on a train. There you go. On a train just after the fact to make it look like he couldn't have been in 2 places at once. But we've got some evidence to show that actually he may have been there. We're now trying to get a retrial so that we can actually pin him on murder rather than a sexual deviancy assault.
you heard him.
Because sexual deviancy will only get him like 1 or 2 years probation.
Hello?
Whereas murder is murder, and murder is bad. Unless your name is Kaito. At which point, he's got a point there. Murder is bad, kids. Don't do murder. Don't do murder. don't do murder. So, I head back to the office, and what happens next? I don't remember. Is it time waiting segment? It is a time waiting segment, isn't it? Yes. So, time waiting segment, once again, taxi anywhere. Always taxi anywhere. Doesn't matter, just taxi.
Hello?
Although it does matter for the last one. In chapter 12. That one matters. Thankfully, the game puts us back near the office. It's not worth getting the skateboard out here, I don't think, for speed, because you have to go around onto the road, over the fence. It's a little awkward.
Yagami-san.
Sugiura-san. I've forgotten what happens here. I've actually forgotten what I do here. My endgame I have very little memory of. Oh, Watanabe! Of course! Hope you're all ready for a really cool boss fight. So, we're going to go and meet Detective Watanabe over here in Chinatown. Thankfully, there's no fight spawns in Chinatown this time around. Hey. So, I'm going to be running down here. As soon as we get to the middle of town, I really should have gone the other way. This is old habits dying hard. We're going to go and see Detective Watanabe. Now, we're going to do a very big level up here. I'm going to have to remember what I have to get. I know EX level 6 attack is one of them. And then we do EX stuff. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get level 6 attack. Boost EX gauge 1 and 2 to charge up the EX gauge a lot faster. Extension 1 and 2 to make it go down slower. Going to Tiger, we're going to get level Hidden Arts 2 and Secret of the Tiger. This means that the extra damage I get here lasts longer, but also I can use it with other styles. Now, very important, do not fail this QTE. The Actor series has about 3 insta-death QTEs. This one's the 4th.
Oh, God, no.
So, oh, you went towards me. Yo, that's sick. That's bad, I missed my timing. You don't want to get hit by that. Oh my god. And this is the reason why you don't want to get hit by that. It leaves you on the ground for a long time. Bad Watanabe fight. Awful Watanabe fight. Awful Watanabe fight. Wow. I am in trouble for the Kuana fight now. This has a knock-on effect because unfortunately... Oh wait, no, I need to go find Kuana first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was right. Okay, so we have a big long stealth action section coming up here that if I fall off the building, I'm going to warn you right now, I'm going to swear like a sailor. So, swear word warning coming up, potentially. This is where I keep losing time in my bloody speedrun. So, we're going to run back here. If the game lets me take control. Thank you. Again, every single item is always predetermined. This is always gold plate. You don't need it. You just grab it because it's like really close to you. This policeman doesn't exist. That sounds a bit weird. He doesn't. Throw a coin here. Get his attention. Be a little careful when running there. Give him like half a second so that he doesn't see you fully. Throw a coin here. Turn him around. Run down here. As soon as you get a dialogue box, you can skip. Throw a coin here. This guy is a little scary being this close, but he shouldn't see you fully here. Look at your drone. And run forward. Good stuff. Okay, so that's the first part done. This next part is not skippable, this cutscene, for some reason. So we're going to head forward. We're going to be doing the Komi set piece. So if you've ever seen LAD, there's a similar set piece in that. But we're going to have a couple of differences. LAD's is much nicer. So at the start here, if you run forward, you will get a little bit of distance before you have to actually stagger around, which is very nice. Remember earlier, first person is quicker for stairs. I'm not sure if it's quicker for these bits. Oh god, camera didn't like that, that's for sure. Until the parts where you can run again, at which point running is quicker. So we're going to go up to the same point in LAD where we run across the power wires, but unfortunately we can't go over there in this game. So we're going to have to go over a different direction. And this is the cause of my entire ire with this section. If you fall off this bit at any point, you come back to this point here. If I fall off, I am going to swear loudly. That's your warning. I'm going to take this extra slow. I'm going to take this extra slow. This bit is the nasty bit, because you can fall off with this jump. I absolutely loathe this jump, so I'm going to set that up properly. Oh my god, we actually did it. Oh my god. Oh my god. It is a Christmas Halloween miracle. Oh my god. No Dragon Engine shenanigans here, folks. Any EX inside, that's fine. I want this guy dead. Nice. Nice on the guy behind as well. Not too bad, not too bad. Don't have a good setup for the next fight. The next fight is a little scary. The next fight is very scary. It's just like LAD. We get to this door and we get given a choice. Do we want to move ahead or not? Yes, we do. But this bit is very scary. We're here to try and find Kuana. Kuana isn't actually here, but members of the Komi Jewel are. Unfortunately, so are RK. Now, unfortunately, 2 members of RK here have guns, and another one has a flamethrower in front of us. So, yeah, we're going to be getting rid of flamethrower guy and gun guys. Everyone's actually really nicely put together. Gun guy! Oh, God. Here's what I'm going to do. Because he's aiming at me. I'm looking at him on the minimap, and I'm seeing him just looking at me. Look at him. Look at him. Ooh. He's trying it. He's being cheeky. He's trying it. He wants me dead. I'm not doing it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. You can't kill me. I mean, you can. You very much can. Is this up by 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Chris Wee miracles. Same. Same. I want my sub 240, damn it.
Let's go.
I don't want... Oh, I can't get out of the dog. Oh no. I don't want to fight this guy. I do not want to fight this guy. He hits hard. He hits real hard.
Sure.
Oh god. Speaking of hitting hard, we found Kuana. He's actually hiding in the Lumang's area. And the problem is, I don't have a good setup for this fight anymore because, unfortunately for me, I used most of my EX not to get shot. Cat jam.
Stay out of my way.
Oh, I actually have EX. Okay, never mind. We're there. Of course you tried it. Stop that. That was a pretty decent fight despite a little bit of shenanigans in there. So what I did at one point there when he was untouchable was I actually dropped my EX mode to be able to build up my EX a little bit. I'd still wonder about getting all EX acrobatics there. It might be worth it for that fight. SP is not a problem because we just keep getting... Well, I think I just got like 20k for that fight. Like, you get given SP so much in this game that skill points do not matter. Like... So... Also, wave to your boy Zhao real quick. Yeah, he stays in shot for his ass for like 1 second and that's it. Where am I going now? Oh, shit. Construction site, construction site, construction site. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nice. Same taxi as LED. Usually, if I'm on low HP here, which I usually... Sure. Which I usually am. Usually I get the Wounded Tiger Verge of Death Wounded Tiger at this point. But because I heal, I shouldn't need to grab that now. We should be pretty good on that regards. I should probably get it in the Kuana fight, actually. Like, no matter what.
Oh, you morons.
I have no EX. I'm a little upset. Okay. You know, I had a suspicion that was going to be a better combo to use, and there's my confirmation. Oh, that was a sexy fight right there. That was a very sexy fight right there. Holy crap. That was very nice. That was very, very nice. Hot damn! I want this run dead. So, Chapter 11. We're gonna go see Reiko Kusamoto.
No.
Which we taxi over to Toto Hospital. So, once again, any story beat that is not the other city is always the top option. Speaking of the top option, we have to do every option to Reiko Kusamoto here. So, public security is trying to force Reiko's hand because she's the Vice Minister of Health and they want her to enact certain policies. And if they get wind that she was the one who had a hand in Shinya Kawaii's death, they'll basically use her. Unfortunately, they do. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to basically try and protect Kuana from her and public security. And get the quick hit here. Nice, good. So I'm trying to remember the story stuff while I also try and not ruin the speedrun. Because at the minute, this is going very, very well. Very, very well. I hate that the sofa's on the right. It's hard to hit. Every time. Camera show question mark? Courthouse. Alright, courthouse first. So we've got to go and argue to the prosecutors that we want to retrial the Hara. Unfortunately, Bando on the right there, he is always the map. Always the map, if you're ever in doubt, the map. Bando there is part of public security, the one that's twisting Reiko Kusamoto's arm. And the next moves is the Genda Law Office. Once again, because we're not with any NPCs, we can go in the road and get our skateboard out, which is helpful for the enemy spawn aggro, just in case there's any here, but there isn't. Two fixed fights appear outside the office, just go inside. I fought them casually, because it was good fun.
Yuck, that
Yeah.
noise.
Tech skip, Saori, start skip, Hoshino. Leave it to you, Saori-san doesn't make you redo all the hair and makeup stuff. Unfortunately, this is the part of the game where the devs decided to kill Hoshino's character completely. Very upsetting. So, we're gonna walk down the street and get like 10k skill points for it. It's the best. But this is a nice little break section. Yagami is so close that I can't see. Can't use my camera because I'm having a drink. Should be fine. Nice. Yagami, get out of my face. You have good hair, yes, I get it. Thanks, dude. Kimitaku just like, hey, look at my hair. Isn't my hair great? Okay. So this bit sucks because nothing here actually matters at all in terms of dialogue choices or anything like that. And all it does is to serve this character assassination of Hoshino, who acts like a giant jackass the entire time. So, Saori's gone back undercover because if you become the top earner here, you get an audience with RK. And RK is actually still where they were earlier. None of this was for anything. All it did was to serve that Hoshino is a bad character. It's a shame, because he was a good character, no due judgment. Either way, Kutsu. The final. So, this is going to be our penultimate level up here. There's not a lot that we actually need right here. We're mostly going to be doing our EX stuff. So, switch to Tiger, of course. We're going to be getting our phone. We're going to be going down here to get Boost EX Gauge free, Extension free, into our abilities, where we're going to be getting Dodge and Adamantine. That's it for now. You know the drill. This is why we get Rising Vortex. He's going to go into ZX, so you know the drill. Go after everybody else. Especially Kaneda here if you can. That's a Gaishin. It's not good at all. Sorry, the Gaishin. Ah, he did his throw. His throw sucks because this happens and you lose so much time. Oh, your timing, sunshine. Okay, fight. I wouldn't call that an amazing fight. Yeah, we're losing time over the gold. Okay, fine. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's fine. Anyway, that's the end of the kutsu. Goodbye, kutsu. How much time save? Yeah, just a little bit. just a tiny bit. Now to not have the final action sequence break on us. I don't know why I went first person. It all comes down to this. If this final action sequence doesn't yeet us off a building a couple of times, we'll be bloody good. I can even take a death in the finale. It'll be bad, but... Not just the buildings. I've been playing very well, to be fair. I've been playing very, very well, to be fair. I finally feel like I have the, like, 95% of the route in my head properly. Ignore that. It's not part of the route. I think I'm finally getting there. So, over to Charles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same as Judgment. Thank you for the shout out to our geek resident. I appreciate it.
Yaga.
Alright, not skippable. Every time. I've still had a couple of pausing problems in the run, so... How you doing, PvP? That's what I'm going to be doing for the jacket. All I've done in the past is frontline, so I'll have to try some of the other PvP modes as well. Yeah, the salty run backs have definitely gotten me more acclimatized to the route and also better at the game. Which is good. Rival Wings is quite fun. I should do that. I should do that. Is that the one where you're on, like, teams of, like, set, like, tank, DPS, healer, etc.? Because if so, I've seen that. I've just never done it myself.
What else?
Yeah.
Okay. Set piece time. This is where I'm going to potentially lose a bunch of time. So, we're going to go over to the place from the prologue. The gambling hall. Except this time we're actually going to, you know, use the door. Kaito, the door. The elevator would be faster, you're not wrong.
Enough with you!
Thankfully, Higaichi's here too. So I'm going to hit this guy over here. Build up my attack. And now, thankfully, everybody is pretty much together. And I'm right near the end of the fight, where I have to go.
No telling where.
That's a bit slow because of that. Oh, that's not bad. Hey, Sonic King, appreciate it. Hope you're having a good evening tonight. Light switch.
Oh.
I love that you can hit it from like the side there. Ugh.
Suspicious.
Don't ask me what's going on there. So much like the OG Judgment, if you know a passcode ahead of time, you just put it in. 05. Oh wait, text skip. For real. Here comes the bit where potentially we could lose like a minute because the game decides to be terrible and not work. So, start climbing the building. You don't have to go down, despite what the indicator tells you. Do not go right. Yagami. Land on this. I'd like to go over one just in case so it doesn't yeet me off the building. And here. To the door. That should checkpoint us there, thankfully. So, leave out the window again. This looks skippable. It's not. I'm going to play very patient here to not fall off the building. Because, God, do I hate this bit. I don't mind these action sequences, but when they half break most of the time, I'm not happy about them. Way to the end. Again, I'm taking an extra step over just in case. Put my grip up a tiny bit. Over we go. Climb up. Please work. Thank you. That didn't work the other day for some reason. This looks skippable. It's not. Tutorializing us on wall running again for pipe descents. Again, be careful here because you can fall off here. Now for this bit, we don't have enough grip at level 1 to be able to make it for the full journey. But we can do it by taking a little break in the middle. So, up twice, go left. Beautiful. I'm obviously going up here because I want to go to the left here. Oh no, we're running out. We're actually not, because we can just drop here. Patience for a second. You want to build it up a little bit more than just standing there, just in case. I went left, which is a good thing I stepped there for a second. We're going to go over here, and we're going to go up here. We're going to get the error again, but don't worry. Is that 0 building shenanigans today? Oh my goodness.
You better.
This could be a PB in the making right here, folks. So, we're going to get our attack up via hidden arts. Break this man. Turn around. Miss a hit, so that's still good. Tiger is broken in this game. I expected Tiger to not be as strong in this game. It's even stronger. I don't know what they were thinking. They literally made Tiger overpowered. This looks like a cutscene, but it's not a cutscene. But it's cutscene.
Okay.
You get Tikayo. It's important. But they made Tiger so disgustingly strong in this game.
Action
it's ridiculous.
sequence god Red Game Yaya.
Hell yeah, thank you for the 100 bits, Red Gambit. Hey, thanks a lot to Jack Hearts, I appreciate it. Wait for this bit. It is skippable, not just yet. Yo, Pestless, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream today. There we go. As soon as Kaito goes for you can skip this. Now, you have to be a little careful with this stealth section. There is one bit here that can mess you up. Oh, please jump over the thing. Thank you. That's not the bit. Nor is this, but you want to jump over it. Please, Yagami. You want to be careful of this guy right here. Ooh, if he is turned around... I should have kept my smoke bomb. If he is turned around, you want to make sure he wait until he looks the other way like he was there, because otherwise he will see you before you can get to that point there, which is ridiculous. PB in Spider-Man? Yo, nice. I'm trying to get that PB. We've had good luck today, which is nice. No shenanigans with game mechanics, which is good. Wait, there you go. For some reason, some cutscenes only are skippable after a little bit. And I'm so glad the game auto takes over there so you can't fail. So here it shoves you into this stealth section. Because it shoves you into a stealth spot, you can't do anything here until you take care of the first guy. So what you have to do is either throw a coin or use a smoke bomb. And you can only throw a coin when he starts to turn. Just be patient. Take him out. I wonder if you could throw the coin and move forward there. I guess there's potential there. I should try that at some point. It'd save us having to wait 5 seconds. Either way, go here. This is your last stealth section. Throw the smoke ball at this guy so you can just run at him and take him down. And that is it for your last stealth section. Last action section done. Last stealth section done. Looking pretty good.
Take a nap, bud.
Take a nap, bud. Alright, so... couple more fights left in this chapter. We're going to be going down these stairs. Around here. And we're going to go into the tatami room that we went into in the prologue. Where we're going to find Kosuke once again. In here, up to no good. So, very quickly here, you want to use single charge. Get your attack and then hit everybody whilst they're in the corner. I'm going to try and get this guy into his EX mode. Whilst he's charging up his EX, go for the other guy. That way you can skip out on his EX attack. Good fight.
What a waste.
Very good fight. Very, very good fight. Missing, I've got almost 1 EX bar for the next fight, which is going to be a good start at the very least. So the next fight is going to be a little dangerous. Again, we don't get any HP upgrades at all during this run. So at this point of the game, because we're in the penultimate chapter, things start hitting hard, especially enemies with guns. And there is an enemy with a gun that is coming up in the next fight. Jump off my skateboard so I don't fall into the lady. Again, you can hit the couch from out here if you want, but I'm on such good pace that I'm not going to risk that right now. Beautiful. And this should be back to is Jinshu.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, Kaito. Starting to panic, gotta calm down. This is the one-time wait taxi that I mentioned earlier. This should put me outside the office. Yep. There's only 2 points that it puts you outside the office, which is nice. So this is the time wait section that you have to actually go somewhere specific. So we are going to go over to Restaurant Row. As soon as we get here, we're going to get a phone call from Tsukumo, who's going to tell us to go see Tesso, who is, of course, in the Liumang area. Once again, get your skateboard out. If there is a fight spawn, it can't get aggro on you. Don't like these two here, because they're in the way, so I'm going to get off my skateboard a little early. Again, I'm going to try and hit this. Very good, because that gets the cutscene a bit quicker.
Here we...
There is a secret exit out of the Yokohama Liumang, which is in this room. It's actually down the bottom, but that room gets you there, apparently. Asked you to put on a disguise here. Doesn't matter which one you put on, just put on either. We'll go bartender today. And with this, we're going to get over to the park on the left-hand side of the map, at which point we're just going to taxi over to Sao Sensei's apartment. Not sure why we couldn't have Ubered in the first place. So once again, as per usual, run in the road to get your skateboard out. You don't get that many skateboard opportunities in this run, but when you do, they're there. And they're important. Because skateboarding is fast. Jump this to get into the cutscene trigger, and here we go. Final fight of the chapter. Akike takes us to go see Kuana, and then Soma and RK turn up. So it's time for a big fight. There is a guy with a HP bar behind us. He is the one that has the gun, but not in the first phase of the fight. So for the first phase of the fight, we're going to be getting hit with this baseball bat, which is not actually that great. But we're going to be building up our EX a little bit, so I'd like to build it up a little bit for the rest of the fight. So once again, get him down to half HP. I wanted to work on some other enemies first, but I got locked onto him, so that's a shame. Take out the guy with the gun first. That's, like, #1 target. Everyone here is, like, all together, so if I could, like, yeah, get a bunch of them here. That's why I didn't go after the guy that was behind me, this guy. Nice fight. Very nice fight. Very, very nice fight. Everyone stayed quite together there, which is nice. I've had it where Kuana has taken enemies on the other side of the boat, which sucks. Ooh, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's really weird with this game that I've noticed. Sometimes your AI partners are like the most aggressive that they'll ever be, and sometimes they'll do literally nothing. Unlike in OG Judgment, where your AI partners were so goddamn aggressive. Like, in OG Judgment speedrun, I got saved a couple of times because Kaito, for example, would just demolish enemies. Like, Kaito has no chill. Which, you know, it's pretty good. I want my Kaito to have no chill, thank you. If my Kaito is with me, he needs to go hard. I am very much looking forward to the Kaito DLC, both casually because it's Kaito, and also speedrun-wise, because it should be a nice shorter run like the Majima Saga. Okay, back to Kamurocho. This is the last thing that we do over in Kamurocho. There is going to be a weird time waiting section here. Again, the time waiting sections in this game are all based on distance, not actual time. But this one, the important part, and the reason why I've been saying it's distance the entire time, is because you cannot get enough distance with the first taxi. The first taxi spot is still too close to the office.
I'm going to try
so
and
instead, go to the second one. At which point, you can just taxi straight over to the detention center. So the last two time waiting segments are the ones you have to be careful of. Here you can't skip. I also hope you can go on dates with Kaito. Okay, so for this conversation, the only important option is, of course, this bastard still has the murder weapon. That's why I said it was important earlier. The murder weapon's actually in the shrine for his son, which is really fucked up. So, this is your point of no return. As soon as you go over to Izazaki Ejincho, which you can taxi to, you are now locked into the finale. This is it. So if you have stuff to do in Izazaki Ejincho, you'll have a little bit more time to do it, but Kamurocho stuff stops there. Thank you for the like, by the way, PP Lim. Appreciate it. Partner AI's aggression in this game is just weird. There's no actual, like, rule behind it. It's really weird. Sometimes they will just be massively aggressive. In my casual playthrough of this, which was like 70-odd hours, I had I tested this where, like, when I had, and this was on hard difficulty, when I had Kaito, Sugiura, or Koana with me, they would never finish a fight. But in the speedrun, I've had them finish fights multiple times. It's really weird. I can't tell why. There's something off about it, and I really can't tell why. Alright, make preparations is back to... You almost got me again. They take away the Kamurocho option because you're locked into the finale here. Speak to our boy, Sugiura.
Hey.
Really? And then Akane, the dumb student from earlier, gets into some big trouble. Had it for a second, I lost it. Normal they finish first to you. They're more aggressive on easy? No, they're not. Trust me, they're not. It's weird. It is literally just weird. We have Sugiura with us here, so there's no point in going onto the road for the skateboard. This is one of the fights in the finale that's a little harder to do consecutively, or like in a good time, because a lot of the enemies here are going to be like here, there, and everywhere. Also, very long fight intro that you can't skip. Nice time for a drink. So we're going to be using up the majority of our EX here. We're basically going to be doing the same as usual, where we get the Tiger Hidden Arts to get the extra damage, and then we're just going to go to Tiger EX. Crane EX is an option here that I have considered, but there is a guy with like 5 HP less. I'm going to punch that guy a lot. Kaito showing up, of course. So there's 2 problematic enemies in this fight. The guy in the orange jacket, who we punched back in the construction fight earlier, is one of them. This time, thankfully, the guy's not going to get a gun. But because of that plate, he likes to block a lot, which can cause this fight to go on a little bit longer, which is a pain in the ass. And you can also see a guy in the back, 2 HP less. So get our extra damage away and go hard on him. We want to push him to his invulnerability stage. Did that guy just go out the window? And then we go after the other enemies. I'm gonna have to re-get my damage in a second.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm looking at damage at this point. Having none of the massive enemies, actually should be fine. Having none of the massive enemies do their EX moves is actually really good. That is a good fight. That is a constant, almost enemy per second. That is a very good fight. As I said, Tiger in this game is stupidly strong. Here's Soma. We'll see him again soon. Tiger in this game, I genuinely thought that Tiger would be nerfed in this game. They made it stronger. The absolute madmen. Always the map. It is always the map. Reason to doubt the victim's credibility. Familiar with Jin Kuana, yes? And the phone recording. We got him. We got Ihara. He's out of here. He's about to be done on murder. Speaking of murder, let's go stop a murderer. Time for the final set piece. No, wait, no. First. Got one little bit here in Ijincho first. This is your Ijincho point of no return. Which, the point of no return is actually earlier, so it's a little weird. I was hoping a bit more would be actually together rather than that. Once you've taken care of a couple of enemies here, let's hope again more would be here. Another group comes in. I'm just going to build up my EX a tiny bit for the last group whilst I deal with everybody here. Again, these backups are based on number of enemies dealt with. I could have done my triple there, which I probably should have done, honestly. Sometimes that misses, as I said earlier. You've seen it a couple of times. I don't really know why. It is upsetting. And for this last phase, I'll just EX. I probably should have EX there, honestly. I think this is a bad fight. I think this is a very slow fight. But thankfully, I should be reasonably close to this guy. With my damage up from previous attacks. 1 combo for 2 HP bars. I'm hoping that guy at the top will actually come after me. Which it looks like he is. This is not great. I'm missing everybody. I'm just going to be going after everybody down here. See, Higashi there would have taken care of him. Okay. Not the best fight. You want to stay as high HP for this as possible, despite the fact that we have a Wounded Tiger, Verge of Death Wounded Tiger. Actually, I don't. I've made mistakes. I need to do something very important right now. A 100-member fight. If I don't do this now, I might die. Which, you know, that's kind of bad. So, in our skills, we want to go down to our abilities. We need to get ourselves EX Burst Immortal so that we don't die. And we also want Verge of Death Wounded Tiger. And the Hidden Crane Arts, just in case. Because if I get a dodge off with Hidden Crane here, I get so much speed in Tiger that people are gonna die. Okay, Higashi. So, because of doing the Hidden Tiger there, I now have way more damage in Crane. For a small period of time. I absolutely love in this game that you can change your style at any point in your combo, unlike the apex of your hit in OG Judgment, because that allows me to do some real dumb shit. On a fight like this, where I actually get a little bit of, you know, creativity. Oh, no, man, dead. Hit me. Now time for fast. I built on most of my EX, so we'll use a little bit here. Now, there's one enemy in this entire bit that is a problem. He's not turned up yet, but that's also the other problem. That's also the enemy. Need to get my damage back on Tiger. Funny enough, it's not the guy with the sword. Nor is it the guy with the sledgehammer. Flashing image warning, by the way, for epilepsy. This bit is just, it's flashy. I should dodge that. I've lost my damage. Get my damage back. Now I keep an eye out for the final HP bar. I should have held my EX for now, but it's fine. This will get in here quicker. He's here. Okay, so the problem guy is the guy with the yellow HP bar, because look in his hand, that is a gun. Go after him first. No other enemy matters in this fight. Murder this man. Get rid of him. Delete him. Fuck you for ruining my run yesterday, jackass. Hit that before my EX ran out. Hey, you can do a bit of snake style. That felt good. Yeah, PS5 is insane. The PS5 is insane. The load screens that are supposed to appear on the PS4 version, they don't exist in the PS5 version. It's disgusting. Good fight. Good fight. Still got a lot of EX. Half HP is very good. I can do some dumb stuff coming up. Do love it when I get to do some dumb stuff. This should be, if I can keep this HP like this, we should be able to do the fast, fast Soma Kuana. So, obviously this guy is the one to take care of. I knocked this guy too far away. I'm gonna take off my EX for this guy, because Kaito, yeah, is gonna knock him away. Not the best fight, because we ended in this corner rather than near the door, but that's fine. Let's run over there. So, run forward here again. It's one of those investigation scenes where if you run forward, you get the distance. Look at the barrels. Look at the point where we jump up. And now we leave our friends behind. Because my friends can't dance. And if they can't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. So, here it gives you another tutorial for wall running, despite the fact that we've done it only 2 hours earlier. Nice angle. Very nice angle. I do like that. You just get extra SP gain from fights. So you know the thing at the end of the fight that tells you how well you did via like all the skills that you used and stuff like that? That's where your SP gain goes to. We don't actually, funnily enough, I swore down we would get like 2 of those in the speedrun. This game funnels you skill points. You don't need it. Also, look how fast I can go with these on this game rather than Judgment. God, it's so satisfying. This game as a game casually and speedrun-wise is so much more satisfying than OG Judgment.
No RK around.
And I'm someone that loves OG Judgment. I love that they had the balls to do the mortal wound system. I really like that system. Like, it adds massive amount of stakes to the game. Like, I love it a lot. But I do like their replacement in this game. I like both. I'm still stunned. They had like the actual tenacity. Nice, I pushed the boxes. Good. They had the actual tenacity to go, oh hey, we're just gonna permanently break your HP bar. Deal with it. Like, holy crap. Nice EX. So, the big part of this fight is over on the right-hand side is where you get some backup in this fight. Or they get some backup, I should say. So, I want to be over here when they break out like that, so that I can hopefully get up here in time to start demolishing them. Don't worry that I can't see. It literally doesn't matter. It does matter, actually, because I'm dying. Sword guy is a bit of a pain. I'm actually, just in case, going to take a healing item. I'd rather not lose this run, if you don't mind. Thankfully, Sugiura actually helps us out a little bit. Kill him for it. Yeah, when I go back to Judgment for the All Sub-Stories run we're going to do at, like, the start of next year, I'm a little worried about how it's going to be like to play that compared to this, because, like, I'm going to say it. I said it. I'm going to say it. The fighting style in the fighting combat in this game is probably the best Dragon Engine action combat, by far. By far. It's so satisfying. All the action games together, you could argue for 0 and 5, but Dragon Engine, oh, this game is the best. Easily. I'm so glad they started you off with not only max combo speed, but the ability to just chain attacks any point. Like, to make up for that, you stop doing damage at a certain point. That's why we don't use it as much in this as we do in the original Judgment speedrun. Juggling people in the original Judgment speedrun is massively important. I'm taking this slow so I don't fall off. We are not ruining this run right here. Like, both this game and Judgment and their fighting styles can stand on their own merits. This one is much faster and it's absolutely insane. Yeah, changing styles is very, very fast. It feels real good. I love how fast and fluid this game is. I've been tempted to make a combo video for it. I'm going to take this slowly to make sure it doesn't mess up. Thank you. That can mess up and you can fall down and then you have the 2 purple HP, guys. I'm not having that happen to me, not in this run. I also hope we get a Judgment free, but I'm worried. I'm very worried. See, if you fall off here, you can actually just go straight to the ground. You do stagger a little bit, so I'm not sure if it is actually quicker or not. Unskippable cutscene.
I don't stop. Gotta think.
Need a lift?
Nice job clearing the path. Because of that, I found this.
Come on board!
This ought to be good.
I'm fighting a losing battle against my stomach, by the way. I just have to hold on for like another 5 minutes. I'm gonna celebrate in style, by the way. I've got this new button on my stream deck. It is labeled, and if you've watched Shen's stream the past few days, you might understand why. It is labeled "Come."
What the fuck do you clowns think
C-U-M.
you're doing? Your asses are dead!
Don't worry about it. So we're going to run to the side of this guy to try and push him towards the others. Again, build up our EX whilst also doing damage so that he goes into a second phase. Fuck the guys with the barrels. Murder them. Get him into a second phase if I can. Go after barrel guys because they are the worst in this fight. EX. Good. Lost my damage, that's why he took like barely any. That's fine. I can build up my EX here for the next fight. You see what I mean? Sometimes the guy, she just turns it on. He just goes massively aggressive. My lad.
Whoa, what is it?
My boy. Final, technically 3 fights. Phase 1,
Get this over
part 2 Soma. Aim for him first. Don't worry about anybody else. Unfortunately, I'm out of the X, so Soma's probably going to be a little bit of shenanigans. Okay, not a great first part to the Soma fight, but I have built up my EX for the second part. That'll be good.
Go, Doc!
Yeah, it would make me upset if this game like bombed sales-wise, because I think this is one of RGG's best, which that's a very high pedigree. RGG have constantly put out bangers to bangers. I'm looking forward to seeing what Like a Dragon 2 is going to be like now that we have, you know, confirmation. Alright, so now you'll get to hear the full version of Soma's fight theme.
Stick around, won't you? Behind you.
Soma's such a good villain. I say this every time we get here. Soma's such an amazing villain. So once again, build up our damage. I should have done the full combo again. I'm just not doing my full triples for some reason. Again, I kind of want to build my EX before I go into the next part. I also want him to hit me a couple of times. It's unfortunate. You're not right. I'm right. So I'm going to take my EX off and just try and hit him once for the build-up. I did that early again. I always do that one early. I got more time for that one than I think I do. I can finish this fight in this combo if I'm lucky. I'm not because he guarded. Okay. Oh my god. I need to heal just in case. Teleporting Soma. Fuck, I'm stuck with teleporting Soma. Bad. Bad. Bad Soma fight. Bad Soma fight. Did not react to that fight when I had to. I love that theme so much. I love that theme so much. All right. Final fight. It's time for you to see me demolish Kuana.
really gonna do
Unfortunately, I shouldn't have healed.
If you guys don't
I had
back
to
off,
I should have used my
then I will.
lights. Because now I'm not going to have
Do you
the
know how
massive
many
amount
people
of
I've killed
attack
through
that
the
we
years?
usually do in this fight.
Nah. But if you were really that kind of scum,
Here's where Kaito
you wouldn't have
excuses a
come down
murderer.
here. You wouldn't be the kind of person worth saving. This one is my fight, guys.
The way I see this, Tuck, you and Kuana both have your reasons.
Well, the thing that the reason why I
Something
think
to
that
consider.
Judgment PC exists is that
between
the
the
Stadia
both of
version is by Qlock, who have
is that
done
really a right
most of the
answer?
ports of the other PC games for RGG. Also, by the way, Cat Jam. I said this yesterday. Can't believe they topped Penumbra. How? How? So you want to see the speedrun technique for Kuana? It's kind of funny. Watch this. So, if you're paying attention 2 hours ago, you may have noticed that we got a second Warrior's Onslaught extract. I'm actually hoping he hits me once so I can go into crit mode. I got Divine Water? Where did I get the Divine Water from? Not enough HP damage. On me. He's fine. Yeah. Now, if I had less HP than this, it'd be even more impressive, but right now I don't. You get 2. 1 for the tutorial and 1 as a spare. Champion District? Oh yeah, you're right. I must have picked it up at some point. And with triangle, that's the end of that. Holy shit, a 236. Woo! That's a 30-second time save after that bad time. Are you kidding me? Oh, damn. Good fucking run. Good fucking run. Holy shit. Good fucking run, my god. Nick, thank you for the Prime Gaming. Alright, so I need to do 2 things. 1, I'm desperate to use the bathroom because my insides are exploding. And 2, I'm gonna press the come button. Hope you're wondering what the come button does. It does this. Yeah, it do. Yeah, it do. I'll be right back. I'm desperate for the bathroom 2 seconds.